time. Time is probably the most valuable resource we have. I mean, after Bitcoin, that is. And think of all the stuff you can do when it's just you in the equation. I mean, let's face it. Now is probably the time where you have the most mental and physical energy you're probably ever going to have from here on in. And think of all the stuff there is to learn out there. With all that information available at your fingertips, there's so many opportunities. You can learn so much, grow so much, do so much. Start that business. Start that side hustle. Start investing. Play with your dog. Start a YouTube channel. Make comics. Number 2, money. They say time is money. And now that you have more time, well, guess what? You have more shmoney. In the good old days, when we could go out on a cute date, how much was your average spend? Let's see, 50, 60, higher? Then you've got all the other stuff to pay for. Birthdays, promotions, anniversaries, sexy outfits. The list is really endless here. As a society, more of us are in debt than ever before. And most people our age are struggling to get on the property ladder. And you're telling me you want to skip lunch to buy your partner a PS5? No. Think of what you could do with all of that money instead. For example, let's say on average you spend about 3k a year on your partner. Say you invested that money when you were 25 years old. Let's say put it in an index fund. And we're not even talking about massive growth here. Let's say around 5 to 7% on average per year. By the time you're 30, you would have, and by the time you are 35, you would have, and I mean, that's just a really trivial example, but my point is here, think of all the money you will save by being single. It's a lot. Trust me. Number 3, confidence. Let me tell you now, the single best thing I've gained from being single is increased confidence. And don't get me wrong, I love social media. I think there are so many benefits to social media and it gets a lot of slack. However, social media at the moment will have you feeling like you're the ugliest, poorest, most unsuccessful person on this planet. And we all know that ain't true. I mean, look at you. You fine. Issues like low confidence can manifest themselves as low self-esteem in relationships. And let me tell you, that is a recipe for disaster. I'm speaking from experience here. Being single also gives you the space to really truly understand who you are and what you can tolerate. So whether that's in a relationship, in a job, in your friendships, whatever it is, you become so comfortable and confident in yourself and your abilities, you don't take shit from anyone. And generally, you reach this new level of unbotheredness that I never thought I'd be able to achieve. You go to sleep, you're not stressed. You're not stressed about who your partner's sleeping with. Are they cheating on you? Why didn't they reply? Am I looking cute today? You know you're looking cute today. Number 4, freedom. Assuming you're not responsible for anyone else. Being single means that you can go anywhere you want, at any time you want. And I wanted to add a third one here because it sounded right, but there isn't. And I'm not just talking about fancy holidays to the London borough of Dubai. That could be watching your favourite movie, going to your favourite restaurant, or just never leaving your house. You also have the freedom to take more risk. So I'm just assuming that your definition of a relationship is something, where you think about the long term, you start thinking about marriage or just, long term, kids, house, all of this stuff together. Being in a relationship, you tend to think about these long term things, and that makes you more risk averse. What risk averse means is that you're less likely to take a chance on things. And I mean, you know, avoiding risk has its place, but when you don't have those other things to worry about, that frees up, or that kind of pushes the boundary of how much risk you're willing to take, you know? And sometimes these risks can pay off. It could be starting a new business, or just having the courage to take on an opportunity that could be life-changing for you. Number 5, being alone. You know what you learn to love the most when you're single? What's that? You. I love me. And then you know what happens after that? You're less concerned about hitting these societal milestones that have been set for you for when you should be successful in your career, get married, have kids, blah, blah, blah. And a lot of these things make us rush into situations that we probably wouldn't have taken otherwise if we weren't under all of this pressure. People, listen. There's absolutely nothing wrong with hitting these milestones 10 years, 20 years, even 30 years after the societal norm. And you know what? These milestones might not even be for you. How about that? And listen, I'm all about positivity, but I'm also realistic. Divorce rates, breakup rates, cheating rates, abandonment rates, they're all at all-time high. And I mean, if we're living till 100, think about all of those years you have to be with this person. Or people, if you're into that stuff. You have to, and I cannot stress this enough, you have to be comfortable being by yourself. And I mean, not just, chilling in your bedroom. I mean, enjoying your own company. Friends and family all have their place. You can lean on all these external factors to help you get by. But you will never truly be happy if you are not comfortable alone and in your own company. I have learned to absolutely love myself. And, I'm not seeking any external validation. I make myself happy and I create my own happiness. You need to be comfortable enough to get to that stage before you start jumping into a relationship. Well, that's all for this video. And let me just make it clear, these are all my personal experiences and my own opinions. And I mean, this isn't bashing relationships at all in any way. I love love. So if you are in one, sending you love, hope you thrive and flourish in that relationship. But this is for the people who are single and feel like they shouldn't be single. If you like this video, stick around, you know what to do. And maybe share it with someone who might need to see it.